Hello folks and welcome to a very special video, because it's a video that Anna's here. Say hello to Anna, everybody. This is going to be the first of a mini-series of 2 that we're going to be doing over the festive period, where we are going to look back on the best Lego sets that we've made this year. This video in particular is going to be the best sets that have released during 2024 that we have made. We've each assembled a top 3. We're going to present our top 3s to you, and then I'll decide which one's the set of the year, because Anna can't be trusted with that kind of thing. Anna will just pick whichever one's got sharks in, because
I don't like
Anna loves sharks. See? There's your confirmation. Of course, let us know down in the comments below as well what the favourite set that's released this year is of yours. That was a terrible way to structure the sentence, but you get the idea. What's your favourite set that you've built this year that has released this year? Don't worry, if your favourite set is one that you've built this year but didn't release this year, we're going to be doing that video next week. So you'll have your chance to have your say on that one then. Who wants to go first? Are you going first? We've both got our top 3s, and we're going to count down from 3 to 1. So we'll do both 3s, then both 2s, then both 1s. So what was your third best set that was released this year?
Peely Bone.
Peely Bone?
Yeah.
It's just a banana.
Yeah, but it's a fun banana.
I'm going to go and get it.
Because one of our things when we were like starting as a couple, you bought me an inflatable banana.
I'm going to go and get it.
Oh no.
So here is Mr. Bone. Mr. Bone himself, of course, one of the Fortnite range. Is the only 18 plus set from the Fortnite range that came out this year, which meant he's the only one we actually paid for ourselves, because we got all of the ones suitable for children. What are you panicking
do we not
about?
have a turntable anymore?
Yes, but I'm not going to get it out for this. It's fine. So he's got the skeleton on that side, and then on the other side we have, look, one hand. Whee! It's fine. What are you panicking? You're the one who's supposed to be telling people about this set. Why is it the third best set of the year?
Because I like the other 2 more. But
no, why is it better than the other 400 sets that have released this year?
It was just fun to build. I liked this bit. I've not really seen, because I like skeletons. Like I had the T-Rex, and that was a skeleton, and that was fun. And I like the whole aesthetic. I like the banana. I just think it's funny. And
you can see his intestines.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit, I mean, I don't really know a lot about Fortnite.
I don't, not really.
I'm a little bit confused that obviously on the skeleton side, he's got no internal organs apart from his intestine. So
well, they eat burgers, don't they?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Fortnite. The gun is cool.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of bananas. I don't know why.
The gun is a lot like the gun that's in the Transformers sets. So Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, it's a very similar gun to those kind of guns.
Trying to get him to hold that was just. But the first thing you make is this one.
Yeah, he's got his little banana on a stick. And then just in case he runs out of bananas, he has a backpack with some bananas in as well.
But
and it is a cool set. Like I say, it is an 18 plus set from the Fortnite range. And yeah, I think it's probably going to be one of those that is highly sought after in years to come, because it's the first adult set that they've made in that range. And if you look at some of the other gaming themes, things like Super Mario and Legend of Zelda, Sonic the Hedgehog, the ones that were aimed at adults, Minecraft, are the ones that end up being the most sought after collectible ones. And sometimes the ones that are more targeted towards play get wrecked by kids, and people are less interested in having them. But it is a cool set. I'm really surprised that you picked a Fortnite set though in your top 3 based on all of the stuff that's come out this year. But there we have him. It is old Boney Peel. Let's pop him down there. He can sit and watch us make the rest of the video while I try and remind myself what was number 3 on my list. I think mine's going to be an even bigger one to go and fetch. So mine is represented by this guy. The guy who it is literally impossible to balance on top of this set unless you're in the Lego store and use fishing wire. But of course it is the Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon's Keep Lego Ideas set, and his fire is not in his mouth properly, I've just realised. It's a little bit rickety from the house move. I managed to get it out of the box and into my new Lego room nicely, but just moving it in here now, so many bits have just fallen off of it. So it is, like I say, a little bit rickety. I'll also overlay some shots of it put together properly in the Lego room when I pop it back in there as well. But the thing I love most about this set is how absolute chock full of Easter eggs it is. I actually made a review of the set on the channel when it first came out, when I first made it. But the set was designed not just to be a display piece, but also to allow you to play Dungeons and Dragons with the set as well. So there's so much little hidden stuff and play features, but for adults. We've got little, is he still hid behind the door? No, Matey's not hidden behind the door anymore. I must have moved him. But so many really cool minifigs. Of course, it was shortly followed by the Dungeons and Dragons minifig set, which was a really cool addition to it as well. Just even the little pub on its own is a very, very cool set. But even within this, it's all modular. It all pops off and allows you to spread it across a table and play with it and actually use it to play D&D. But then it can all be mushed back together again, like this, like what you're seeing now over my face, to be a really cool display thing. And it's got an owl bear as well. And bearing in mind, I'd also not long since played Baldur's Gate 3, which of course is based in the same universe as well, and I had an owlbear friend in that. It came along at the perfect time for me. It was so much fun to build.
Oh, you got the owlbear, did you? No, in the game?
Yeah, of course I got the owlbear.
I never got him.
Because I'd like this owlbear. But yeah, it's just an absolutely great
I wanted
set.
that.
What?
I forget what they're called now.
This?
Yeah, but you wouldn't let me have it.
No, because it's part of the set.
Oh, no, not that. The chest.
Oh, the gift of purchases in the other room
Yeah,
still.
you wouldn't let me have it.
Well, because it's part of it. But yeah, it's so cool. So many little hidden features. I even got the Insider's Dungeon Master's Guide as well, which I've got hidden away in the storage unit. I think it was like an extra 2,000 points. That's the only downside of the set. In order to be able to actually play with it with a paper copy of the guide, you needed to actually spend some additional Insider's points as well. You could have just downloaded a PDF, but of course I wanted the full collector's edition version to make it all very snazzy and shiny. But yeah, it wasn't a cheap set, but I think this was the first set of the year that we got majority with Insider's points, so that was a bit of a bonus as well. It came out on the same day as one of my other sets that is on this list, so it was a very expensive release day, but a very good release day. Release day of the year goes to, I think this was April. I feel like it was April. You'll correct me in the comments if it wasn't April. But it was a great set, and I need to now go and put it all back in the other room again so we can look at Anna's next one. Folks, before we go any further, I just want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, NordVPN. Now, I've been working with NordVPN across my various channels for many, many years. So if you've been following me for a while, you'll have heard me talk before about things like staying safer online with just one click, being able to keep up to date with your favorite content wherever you are in the world, and the benefit of NordVPN being the fastest VPN on the planet. But one thing I don't think I have spoken about before that's particularly relevant to us collectors is NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro, and in particular the fake shop detection feature. Because it's just the nature of being a Lego collector, you're always shopping around on the internet trying to find the best deals for the set that you want, or maybe trying to hunt down that rare or retired set that isn't available directly from Lego anymore, and you're trying to find somewhere you can buy it from. Online shopping is great. You can buy what you want in just a couple of clicks, but unfortunately, you can also fall for fake shop scams in just a couple of clicks as well. These are websites that are designed specifically to look like legitimate websites, basically to entice you to click and hand over your personal details and your money, but they're not actually legitimate shops. And they can be really clever and really hard to identify. And regular VPNs don't protect you against fake web stores. But Threat Protection Pro does. All you need to do to get it working is enable Threat Protection Pro on your device, and it'll warn you if you're about to stroll into a fake shop on any browser. And the less money you lose to online scams, the more you've got to spend on Lego. So it even loops back round to the whole collecting thing. And of course, in addition to telling you how great NordVPN is, I've also secured you a nice little discount, which you can get by clicking the link at the top of the description below. And if you sign up for a 2-year plan today at nordvpn.com/blockparty, you'll get 4 free months added to your plan. And what's more, it's completely risk-free because NordVPN has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So If you get your plan, decide you don't like it, you can just get a refund and you've lost nothing. Plus, had 30 days free use of it, even if you get your money back. So it's well worth giving it a little try. So once again, that's nordvpn.com/blockparty. The link is at the top of the description. What are you waiting for? Which brings us to number 2s. Woohoo! Anna's number 2 is...
The Botanical Gardens.
The massive, the absolutely enormous Lego Ideas Botanical Garden. I think this is one of 2 botanical gardens that came out this year, or the Lego Friends one was maybe the end of last year. But it is an enormous, heavy piece of kit.
Yes, it is.
And yeah, I'm quite impressed that I'm able to hold this up without it being on Mill's plates.
It likes to bend.
There are so many plants and flowers and things inside this. I'll pop can we pop the top off? Does the top come off? And I can film on it on my other camera.
Well, if you stop moving.
Well, I'm turning it around. Don't shatter it if it doesn't come off. There we go.
Oh, careful. Yep, hold on.
So yeah, as you can see in the top there is loads and loads of plants. There's a little cafe over this. Is it this side the cafe is?
Yeah.
And then over this side, what have we got over here?
I don't know. It says it on the wall. What's the wall say over here?
The arid garden.
There you go. So like desert stuff. So
arid
cactus.
garden is in there. But yeah, if you like plants...
And like all here.
You will like this set because it is absolutely covered in them. Decent selection of minifigs on there as well.
Oh, there's a lot in there, yeah.
It is just a very, very nice set. Did you get frustrated building it? Because anyone who watches our streams regularly will have seen how frustrated Anna can get when building a Lego set.
Not really. This one was quite nice. These are a bit fiddly, obviously, because they're like tiny little leaf and then a like flower and then another flower, and it was just like putting them together. Well, it was fine. I enjoyed this one. The minifigs were the annoying because I was like, where do I put them all? I was just like, But
and of course, she did get it on launch, so it does have the entrance garden gift with purchase as well. But there's no room on the shelf for it to fit. It literally, because it's on 2 base plates, it just fits on a Billy bookcase shelf, and there's no way to put the entrance bit.
I would definitely put it on what they call Mill.
A Mill's plate, yes.
Definitely, because it bends. It's not. It doesn't. I didn't think they were this thin. These
base plates are proper flimsy. That's why people do Mill's plates.
But I definitely put it on one of them. But yeah, good build. Liked it. Enjoyed it. Did it within a couple of hours. Not a couple of hours, but
within a couple of days of it coming out, it was done, wasn't it?
Because I just sat there and watched whatever I was watching that day.
I think because of all of the glass on it, I think it would look really cool with a light kit on as well. So we'll have to see if Anna wants to put her hands in her pocket for a light kit at some point. Yeah, these bits they're big pieces, aren't they? The bits on the top, so they would be easy to do. They were nice to
put together. It was sturdy. With that, there's a little bird. There's a little rabbit somewhere.
Nobody can see what you're pointing at.
Oh, sorry.
My number 2. You might accuse me of cheating, but I'm cheating with a good reason. Because when I originally made the list, it was the Natural History Museum, because it was the modular that came out this year and is great. But then I was reminded it actually came out on the 1st of December, so it's officially last year, so I can't have it. But as I was sulking in my Lego room trying to decide what to replace it with, I turned round and saw this absolute beauty, which, yeah, it's not an official Lego set. It's a Bricklink Designer Programme set. So unless you got it on the Bricklink Designer Programme when it first came out, you now can't buy it unless you get it on resale. But you know what? I don't care, because it is incredible. It is Bricklink Station. It's obviously based on a British European style train station. You've got the front there that's basically got a Lego version of WH Smith's at the front, which is absolutely brilliant.
Have you got your little Kevin and put that little Kevin in front of the WH Smith and took your picture?
I haven't done that, but I'm going to now, that's for sure. And then you've got a little cafe bar thing over this side, which again, it just feels like being at King's Cross Station. And then the interior of the station is absolutely awesome. You've got the lovely glass roof, you've got all the fancy architecture.
I like this bit.
My absolute favourite bit is round the back, where it's actually, because it's a train station, set up with an actual train platform that's at an appropriate height, so that you can actually run your train tracks next to it. So in the Lego City, the train does run along the back of it, and our train does stop at this station, and people can get on and off, and it is absolutely
Did it come with the Mills
stunningly
plate?
beautiful. No, the Mills plate is something I added, but I mean, the fact that a set of this size, it's on 1.5 base plates, I can hold one-handed. if you ever needed an advert for base plates, because this is even heavier than the Botanical Gardens just was.
Really?
Feel the weight of it. It is a big, heavy
Oh God, it
set.
is. Yeah. Wow.
So you wouldn't want that just on two
Good
floppy
Lord.
base plates.
No.
The Mills plates do add a lot of the weight to it, but yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant. The level of detail on it is incredible. So if we spin around this way, you've got a little ticket machine there with a ticket coming out of it. You've got within the bar, you've got people sat down having their little coffee beverages. You've got a busker out the front. You've got people with suitcases going in and out of the station. And I mean, the moment I saw basically WH Smith's, I love WH Smith's. It's a great shop. And they've even got all the little magazines and things in the window of it. It is
We have a picture
absolutely
of
wonderful.
ourselves in somewhere like that.
Yeah, because it's basically
Yeah.
King's Cross Station, which we've been to a million times before. When we used to live in Peterborough, that was our station for getting in and out of London.
Where's ours now then?
St Pancras, so just across the road.
Yeah.
But we don't hang out in King's Cross Station as much anymore. But yeah, it is just absolutely beautiful. If you're able to pick one of these up on resale, I know on eBay at the moment, because I think everybody thought they'd learned a clever little lesson from the first couple of waves of Bricklink Designer Programme. Lots of people bought lots of them to try and make a big profit on them, because the original Bricklink stuff now sells for like double its original price. Not so much with this series, because they did 30,000 of them rather than 10,000 of them, and everyone was trying to make a quick buck. So they're selling on eBay for not much more than they were originally available for. So you might be able to pick up a deal on one, especially in the run up to Christmas as people start getting desperate. But it is, I mean, it's just beautiful. Look at it. Look at it with your eyes. It's beautiful. Which, of course, brings us to Anna's #1 set of the year, which she tells me she can't bring in here because it's stuck to the wall. I'm letting her get away with that.
Because it's stuck to the wall.
Because of what my #1 is, which we'll get to in a minute. But Anna's #1 for your best set that you've built that was released in 2024 is...
The Milky Way.
I'm so fascinated that that's your
love
set
that.
of the year, because that's
loved
such a polarising set. Some people love it, some people really don't like it. It's not quite as hated as the Mona Lisa, but it does get some heat online for just kind of being a jumble of stuff.
I love going close to it and looking at the bits. I love going at the back, like from away from it, and just looking. I love it. I want another one. I just want to put them everywhere. And I love it. I don't know. It's just, it wasn't. You didn't have. Well, you followed the pattern, but it didn't have a pattern. If you know what I mean. Well, it wasn't like four just bricks. It was
everything was a different piece. Yeah.
Or
it's not just a
spiky bit.
It's not just a load of dots. It's loads of different Lego pieces in different colours. So it's textured, and I mean, I'll overlay some shots of it from our living room wall now so you can see what I mean, but it is textured and bumpy, and close up it doesn't look like anything. You have to take a step back from it before you realise, oh, actually, yeah, that is the Milky Way. We actually built it on stream, so if you want to see Anna loving it in real time, the playlist for that stream series is still on the channel. Yeah, trying to get it into the frame at the end was a challenge, but it does look impressive on the living room wall. I love the "You Are Here" sign. That tickles me. The "You Are Here" sign is brilliant. But
it's just so pretty and colourful, and I love art sets. Like all the art sets that's around the house that's set for Batman, I've built. And
on the topic of Batman, my set of the year is the Batman Gotham City Skyline set that is on it's on the wall here in my office.
Excuse the giraffe.
Yeah, so I'll do some close-ups on that in a second. It's another one that I built on stream. Put the tripod down properly. It's another one that I built on stream, and I actually did a review of it as well at the time, and it was the first time we'd had any kind of interaction with anyone from Lego, because the guy who designed it actually commented on the review video, which I thought was so cool. It made me realise just how
there was hidden bits.
Yeah, just how cool Lego can be. But yeah, it's more than just an art set. There's so many. I think there's something like 15 detachable pieces and hidden pieces. So under Wayne Manor, you've got the Batcave. You pull a thing off, and inside the Batcave, you have a Batmobile. You go into Arkham Asylum, and you've got different villains in different cells, and there's just so much going on it. And I mean, it's like this thick. It was an absolute nightmare to get it on a wall. The amount of times in the old Lego room where the amount of holes I drilled trying to actually get it hooked onto the wall, and I was just destroying the back of it. So in here, I just gave up, and it's command stripped to the wall in here, and it's held fine since we've lived here. It's been up there like 4 months now, and it seems to be holding okay.
It's like the Starry Night one. The Starry Night one is like a big chunk coming away from the wall. So yeah,
it does look super duper cool. In fact, I'm going to take you over there to look at it now. So if we come over and have a little look at it, you can see it is held onto the wall nicely. Came with these 4 minifigs as well, which are nicely little presented on the top there. But this is what I mean about stuff just being detachable. Pretty much everything on the front of it. I'm trying to remember which bits do come off. There you go. Pretty much everything on the front comes off and has something hidden behind it. And I think, get out of the way, Mr. Giraffe, I think it's over here where we've got Wayne Manor, and then underneath it, I have to be very careful.
Is Wayne Manor and Wayne Tower different?
And then underneath Wayne Manor, we have the Batmobile ready to come out. You've got this little drawbridge that does go up and down, so you can actually raise the drawbridge up so the Batmobile can't come out. And then that just clunks onto the top there. But everything that was from the Batman animated series, which is my Batman, this is the Batman I grew up on, everything from the Batman animated series is here. It is absolutely stunning, and I love it. And these little steps, by the way they've done the stairs on these is so clever. They've repeated it multiple times over. It's just a load of those little like right angle pieces stacked up on top of each other and then just kind of blocked in. It's really, really cool. But yeah, there's so much of it, and I wasn't kidding when I said how thick it was. Can't get the camera around to the side enough because there's another wall in the way, but it is a thick boy. We've got Batman stood on the top there as well. That is an actual printed piece as well, not a sticker. We have a printed Batman tile. My only regret with this set is I ballsed up the sticker on that blimp, and I'll forever regret it. But if I were to get a light kit on an art set, I think it would be this one. And if you are into Batman, you owe it to yourself to pick up that set, even if you're not into art sets, and I am not into art sets normally. And there we have it, boys and girls. They were our best Lego sets that we've built this year that released in 2024. And if you'd have told us at the start of the year that both of us would have picked an art set as the winner, I think we'd have both been a little bit surprised. But let us know down in the comments what your favourite set that's released this year is, especially if it's one that you haven't seen us build or buy, because maybe there's some cool stuff that we've missed out on. And what are you looking forward to for 2025 as well? If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for loads more content and for the next video in this little mini series where we'll be looking at the best sets we've built this year that weren't released this year. And there's plenty of that as well. So let us know what you think should be in that category. And thank you very much for watching.